Discover Alaska with Cross Country traveler and corporate employee, Suzanne Sova.
People often ask me, what's my favorite assignment? I don't know if I really have a favorite. I worked as a traveler for 5 years, so worked in a lot of different states. But I think Alaska was probably the most memorable because it was an assignment that was so different than anything that I was used to. I went from being very much a city-oriented person to being this outdoors person. As a traveler, I was definitely interested in going to Alaska, but of course, like most people, wanted to go in the summer months. And after driving back to the East Coast, I got a call from my recruiter saying, you know, this isn't the time of year you want to go, but I've got a position in Alaska. And that was in October. So I ended up going in October, and my first assignment in Alaska was through the winter. And it was so much better than what I expected it to be. I was a little bit concerned. My concerns were the darkness and a lot colder than what I was used to, and a lot more snow. But I was so welcomed by the staff and by the community that I was warm all the time, just from their friendship and all the fun, exciting things to do there. And I came to find out that even in the shortest days, in the winter months, the shortest days, the sun actually rises around 10 a.m. and sets around 3. And that's in Anchorage. So there was still a little bit of daylight for us to get out and see the beautiful scenery and do a lot of the outdoor activities. So getting acclimated to the weather in Alaska was not as difficult as I thought it would be, and it was a lot of fun. As far as the cold, it wasn't too bad. You have a warm winter coat, and we could go out and even in the winter months do hiking. We'd go skiing, snowmobiling, there's the dog sledding, a lot of fun activities. As far as the scenery, it was absolutely gorgeous, and the wildlife added to that. In fact, a lot of times what we would do on an afternoon, if nobody felt like doing much, or if we were coming off a 3-day work stretch and we wanted to just take it easy, we had some friends who had houses up on the mountain, and we would go up and just kind of hang out and watch out over the inside passage, the inner passage, and look at the otters and the whale watching and just all the different sea life that was out there. And then when we would take trips, we did a drive out to Valdez and would look for moose and all kinds of other wildlife, bear. We used to take trips over to the dump, as crazy as that sounds, at the dinner hour and just sit in our cars and watch all the bears come out and eat the garbage. That was their dinner time. So lots of wildlife, whether it be in the water or out in the right there on the land. We'd sometimes have bear coming up in our backyards. I had an opportunity to be in Alaska in both the winter and the summer months, and I don't know really which is my favorite. Both had so much to do. They're both very, very different. Where certainly it's nice to have the 24 hours of daylight, or darn close to 24 hours. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be having limited daylight. We, as travelers, just would get up and go and find things to do and have fun. There's nightlife, just like there is down in the 48 states, and we would certainly go out and have a lot of fun, whether it's, you know, listening to music or going out dancing, lots of different things to do. The outdoor activity, lots of hiking, and I think that became one of my favorite activities. We had a motto, travelers, that you can sleep when you die. So even though most of us work night shift, we would just get up and go once we got off, and if we didn't have to go back to work, and we'd go out hiking and just doing whatever we wanted to do to see the area, because we knew that our time there was limited. If I had to sum up my Alaska experience in one word, I don't know if I could do it. You know, I can certainly say that it was a unique experience, but that could be taken in a good or bad way. I found Alaska to be memorable. It was an extraordinary experience. It was 2 assignments, lasting total over a year's time. And if anybody out there is thinking about going to Alaska, you need to just do it. If there's an assignment available, take it. Don't be concerned that you can't handle the winter months or that it's too far away, because it's really not. And with today's world, the technology and all that's out there, you're never too far away. Alaska is an experience that will stay with you forever. And if you have an opportunity to go, go. It doesn't matter what time of year it is or what the assignment is. You can work around the assignment to get out there and see the country, see the state, and do all the fun and exciting things, because it's worth it.